Hello friends and welcome to the Crypto Stacker channel. Happy Terrarium Tuesdays, you guys. Today is a day where I try to focus my content towards Terrarium, and Terrarium is looking really good right now. I don't know what to say. The last 14 days have been really good in terms of marching the project forward. We've seen decent price appreciation. Now, I'm also very sensitive to the fact that anybody who bought in close to that all-time high of 701, you're still down significantly, but hopefully you're starting to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. I should point out, I usually do, Terrarium is a sponsor of the Crypto Stacker channel, but you can see up 3% in the last 24 hours. This 7-day chart, you guys, looking really good. Now, I don't do a lot of technical analysis. Hopefully Zach Humphreys or somebody like that that's really good with that will take a moment and analyze this for us. But just looking at this, especially the last 5 days, this trend that we're seeing, that's pretty darn good in terms of looking at support lines for the price. And hopefully we'll maintain that support and continue to organically, gradually grow. Not big pumps, not big sell-offs, just good, continuous, gradual growth. Okay, before I jump into the spreadsheet, I do want to show you the other cool thing that went down today. I mean, I was on a conference call this morning with Your Pop, Zach Humphreys, Austin Hilton, Awesome Austin, Praveen, and RD. It was very positive, you guys. RD got me pretty pumped up. He and I stayed on after the call, and we're just chatting about the project and how we're feeling about things, talking about how crazy the last 10 weeks have been. And I was telling him about how I've queued up some money to make another purchase, and I was looking to buy the dip. And, you know, I was hoping to actually make my buy at that 8015 level, which really has been the low here recently. But my money got held up. Coinbase put a 7-day hold on it. And so I just told him, yeah, I think I'm going to wait and see where I can get in. And he got me kind of pumped up about, you know, is this still not a great price, Steen? You know, are you really going to be bummed out if this goes back to its all-time high that you bought at 8018 instead of 8015? You'll still be up 5x. And so I just couldn't take it, honestly. And so tonight I pulled the trigger. So now my bags are up to over 7 trillion. My goal is to try to get to 10, but who knows if I'll ever get there. As the price goes up, it's more difficult for me. I am on a budget, and I just dollar cost average buying when I can. But I'm up over 7 trillion now, and that makes me happy. I like whole numbers, and so my goal on this purchase was to get from where I was to that 7 trillion mark, and mission accomplished. I actually am getting accolades right now in the in the Telegram because it posts when you make a buy, you know, and so I you know, told people, hey, that was my buy right there, and you know, I'm being wildly celebrated here on the Praveen giving me the nice, love it. So you guys, if you haven't checked out Telegram, it's awesome. It's a great place to get additional information and just kind of build community. I would highly recommend it. If you're going to do it, use the Terrarium website, scroll all the way to the bottom, and use the official links just to make sure you're in the appropriate official Telegram, Twitter, because people will make copycat ones just to try to scam you. So Terrarium.com, scroll all the way to the bottom. All right, guys, let's jump into the spreadsheet. Today is May the 31st, starting June tomorrow, which is absolutely nuts. June is going to be a big month for Terrarium. I'll get into a couple of those things as we go on. Holder count has crested 9,500. 9,523, increase of 42 over yesterday. Rank holding steady at 312. Market cap, 92,130,000. So taking that market cap, slotting it into CoinGecko's ranking system, that's how I come up with this 312. So price currently sitting right around that 8019 level, 56,000 in volume in the last 24 hours, and the burn just about to jump over that into the official 51.6%. We're 51.5986. By tomorrow, that should be officially in the 51.6 category. 2 trillion tokens burning the last 24 hours. It's averaging about 2 trillion per day on that burn. So I would love to see that accelerate. and we'll see how it goes. All right, friends. So that conversation with RD this morning, we had some really interesting, just a chat going, just a real casual chat, talking about how we feel about the project and where it's headed. RD is actually headed over to India here next week, and I'm asking him to just take tons of pictures to really get prepared to share with us his experience, a firsthand experience of somebody, that we're all familiar with, going over and getting a firsthand look at the headquarters and getting to see the infrastructure and people there at work. So I'm actually really excited about that. I wish I was going. Maybe someday I'll get the chance to go over and check it out. Still waiting on my passport, hoping I can make it to the Singapore Expo, which that's his next stop. So Artie's going from India to the Singapore Expo. Should be a killer time. What are they doing at the Singapore Expo? Okay, we know that they have the highest level of sponsorship. And so we should be front and center at that expo, getting lots of attention. But they should be talking about a lot of these projects that are in the phase 2 of the roadmap for Terrarium. This also is on the Terrarium.com website. Now, the one I've been watching the most, and we're 95% the way there, is this 10,000 holder milestone. There's going to be a 1 quad burn when we have another 480 holders. So hopefully that will be happening very soon. Should definitely be happening before the expo. Most likely happen the next 7 days would be my guess based on the rate that we're going. But I think what we're going to be seeing on display at the Singapore Crypto Expo is going to be the Tera Pool technology. Now, Tera Pool is the first use case that's coming out for Terrarium. Of course, Terrarium is intended to be a centralized exchange, but there are a lot of satellite products within that exchange. They're talking about NFTs. Of course, they're talking about a Terrarium blockchain coming next year. But this Tera Pool is a platform to help Web3 projects launch. So they'll be consulting people. They'll be helping them if they need help to develop their projects, and then listing them on this platform to get them launched. So that is, we're understanding that the technology is completed, that they're running beta on it right now, that it's going to be ready to present at the Crypto Expo, and then it should be launching Independence Day week here in the United States, sometime that first week of July. So something to watch for. All right, the other thing, as I was talking with all of those influencers on the call this morning, the one thing that I really want to focus on, and this is something that you can all help in, is just creating this community very intentionally. I've watched a lot of crypto projects. A lot of times they start off really positive, and then there starts to become different ideas and division in the ranks, and pretty soon things get really ugly, and it becomes a very uninviting place for investors to want to go. So I want to make sure that this Terrarium community is developed in such a way that there's a high level of respect, that people are able to ask the questions that they need to ask, and that it really isn't taken over in kind of a mob-like fashion by some faction that is really not holding the project in the most positive light. So we talked about that a little bit, and I think one of the things that we can all do to help foster that is to support the creators that are creating the content. So as these new creators come online, you've got Your Pop, Austin Hilton, you got Zach Humphreys, of course, myself and Awesome Austin. You guys can show your support. Those new creators, you guys, they're still learning a lot about these projects. Now, they are very selective about what they cover, but they do cover broader content. They have multiple projects that they're covering. So in their videos, go in, watch the content, comment to them, give them information about things that they should know about the project and research, and encourage them to create more content, right? We all have positive feedback loops that when we're doing something and we're getting rewarded for that, whether it's financial or emotional, we tend to want to do that more because people want to feel good. And so these content creators, throw them some support, tell them that you appreciate the fact that they're creating the content. You guys are always very kind to me. Just extend that love out. The other thing you can do, if you just go in and hashtag search Terrarium, if I can spell it, there we go. You'll see all of these different folks that are putting stuff out. You've got RD. RD is awesome, you guys. He has worked so hard. I know not everybody is 100% appreciating what he's doing, but I'm telling you, he has worked literally probably 20 hours a day, 7 days a week for the last 10 weeks. And I'm trying to encourage him to take a break, but he's doing a great job. Here you see Zach's tweeting about Terrarium. Give these tweets a like, you guys. Shoot him out there, retweet him. He's talking about something that we discussed on the call this morning. They've already interviewed around 200 people, and they've hired 25 people, the first 25 people. They're being very selective about who they bring onto the team. People like this Hodl King. I see these Dr. Crypto tweeting about Terrarium. Crypto Man's creating a lot of stuff. Sam X, wherever he is, he'll show up in here in this list before too long. These are all people that are kicking out content, I think for the most part, honestly, just out of the goodness of their own heart. They want to see these projects succeed. And so, go in, show them some love. Here's a great one right here. I've never seen this person. Chillavi, good stuff. Show him some love. Just shoot a like at it. I'm going to retweet it because it doesn't cost me anything. It's very easy to do. All right, before I jump off, let me show you my holdings / my reflections. All right, so again, May 31st, I've got 7,011 billion. This number looks massive. This is normally my daily reflections, but this is my reflections plus the purchase that I made. I actually ended up buying, 1,250 billion after the tax. So 1.3 ETH is what I ended up purchasing. But my total reflections now are pushing up on 28 billion. It's exciting for me, you guys. I love watching this build. It's just a little something all the time. There's always a little bit of action, whether the price is up or down. It's something I've been drawn to projects that have reflections. It's just my thing, I guess. So, hey, friends, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping in. You guys, show some love to the project. Show some love to the creators, these guys that are out there helping to promote the brand of Terrarium on Twitter, these new content creators that are coming on. Let's show them that this is a great place to be, that it's a great community, and try to keep it positive for the long run. Friends, I hope you're having an amazing day. Thanks for stopping in. Check back with me soon. We'll watch our crypto stacks grow together.